Hey guys, and welcome to the penultimate episode of the Power Rankings for the NHL. As you know, penultimate being the second last, so we got this one, we got one more after that, and what an exciting season we are witnessing. This is going to be crazy. Heading right down to the wire in the West. East is already locked up, but let's get right into this. Number 10, and they're back into the top 10 after a couple weeks out. That is your Tampa Bay Lightning. They have really turned it on and found a winning ways this week. They had that 7-4 win over the Jets, an 8-4 thumping of the Toronto Maple Leafs, which is definitely a potential first round opponent there. In the Leafs, and then we had that 6-2 win over Nashville today. They have a Battle of Florida tomorrow as they take on the Panthers, who run that 13 game winning streak. That's going to be a great game. Number 9, and they're in the same spot as last week, and that is the Pittsburgh Penguins. They lost to the Boston Bruins last Saturday, but they bounced right back up to pick up both wins this week. Only 2 games though, so I didn't. A lot of teams play a lot more games than that, so I didn't get to move them too much. They did have that win, as I said, the return win over Boston, and then they also beat Detroit. They're going to head into the Battle of Pennsylvania tomorrow as they head to the Philadelphia Flyers. Number 8, they're going to be dropping 4 spots this week, and that is the Toronto Maple Leafs without Matthews. This week it was kind of scary. They did win the first 2 there, but those were unconvincing wins against 2 non-playoff teams, and then they got absolutely destroyed by Tampa, and then they did lose to Florida in overtime, but again, it was another loss. It's kind of concerning that they keep losing to the playoff teams. I mean, they are dominating the non-playoff teams. That is why they're where they are. They head to Washington. They're going to take on Ovi and the Caps. Number 7, they're dropping 6 because nobody else really blinked this week, and it is the Colorado Avalanche. Watching this game live last night, the Oilers were in control almost the whole game. The first period started well for the Avs. They had 3 odd man rushes, scoring on the last one. But other than that, it was kind of scary to see the goalie get hit within 30 seconds to start the game, and he left the game. So again, Colorado, I'm not concerned. Obviously, they're still probably going to win the President's Trophy if Florida doesn't steal from them. Maybe they just don't want to win the President's Trophy because of the potential curse. But they lost 3 straight, so they're going to want to take a big win against Winnipeg. We'll see how they can do there. Number 6, and that is the Carolina Hurricanes. They're back on the rise. They have a 3-game winning streak right now, so they're beating teams that they need to beat. And I mean, it's the Coyotes, the Jets, and the Devils. But I mean, if they don't win these, that's more of a telltale sign than they do win these games. Starting to get a little solid, but unfortunately, Freddie Anderson being injured, that's a big concern. They're going to take on the New York Islanders tomorrow morning. And number 5, back in the top 5, it is the Edmonton Oilers, who clinched last night in a big win over the Western Conference leading Colorado Avalanche in a maybe potential first round match. I think the Oilers are pretty safe that they're not going to be slipping down that far, but we'll see. 8-1-1 in their last 10, and winners of 4 in a row. They're really playing well. They're going to travel to Columbus to take on the Blue Jackets. And I don't think Mike Smith is even making the trip. It sounds like they are going to probably rest him for the playoffs. It sounds like he's going to be the starter come playoff time. Number 4, and they're fresh off clinching the Pacific. That is the number 4 Calgary Flames. They went 3-4 this week. They did drop the one in OT to the Predators. I honestly didn't bust them too bad for that though, because that was their 5th game in 8 nights. And it was in the shootout, so I really can't blame a team like that's not going to be a thing in the playoffs. So we'll see. They also had wins over Vancouver, Chicago, Dallas. So they're going to have a rematch against those Predators on Tuesday. We will be fully rested then. We'll see how they do. Number 3, and they're going to continue that meteoric rise, and that is the St. Louis Blues, who did finally lose. They did lose a game against the Bruins, but it wasn't overtime, so still got a point. In fact, they've only lost 2 games in all of April, both of those games going to overtime against the Oilers and the Bruins, so just playing really good hockey, and at the right time of year to be playing really good hockey. They are super hot. They want to keep things rolling against the Ducks tomorrow. Number 2, they're up another spot as well, and that is the New York Rangers. They did finally lose tonight against the Boston Bruins. We witnessed 3 straight shutouts this week, starting last week, but ending up this week. Just insane to see that. You don't never see that in the modern era for a team to get 3 straight shutouts. So just craziness. And we're going to get a great playoff type game as they take on the Carolina Hurricanes on Tuesday. And number 1, finally, after weeks of waiting for Colorado to blink they did, and Colorado dropped, and the Panthers fully deserving of the number 1 spot. They probably would have got it even if Colorado only lost 1 game this week. 13-game winning streak. That is absolutely insane. Jonathan Huberdeau sneaking up in the scoring race. He now has 113 points. Who saw that coming? I hope you did, and I hope you have him in your fantasy pool. It's just amazing. They want to keep things rolling in the Battle of Florida on Sunday. Let me know what you think, as always, in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share this thing around, and as always, see you guys in the next episode.